Stories show. Thank you for coming. We appreciate that you are here. I often get asked, what is exactly Han Han Stories? Is it like children's storytelling? Well, nah, not exactly. Not all the stories are children friendly. Is it like stand-up? Kinda. We do stand up in front of a microphone to entertain you, our live audience, but not exactly either. So, Han Han Stories are real-life, true personal stories that happen to the people telling them. And if in doubt, it is actually real life, real stories, real people. And everything that we talk about, it's all true. Some of it could be fun and entertaining and feed something funny. Some other things, deeper and more emotional, but all of it is absolutely true. Now, each show has a theme. Tonight's theme is Fatal Attraction. Ever been in a love triangle? Ever been pursued by somebody or something you should have never been pursued by? Ever had a mad crush on somebody or something? Well, tonight is the night of wild stories of love, lust, attraction, and desire. Whoa. All true. All happened to the people telling them. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So our first storyteller, my favorite, don't tell anybody I said that, but my favorite, Geneva. Please welcome. Don't we all have a Peter Dixon? So some of the stories are memories that we hold on to for a lifelong time. Some others, well, we have to dig really deep to actually remember what is it that actually happened. Our next storyteller, my favorite, Kristen, has everything to tell you about that. Please welcome Kristen. Yes, what is the etiquette exactly in this situation? I was kind of curious, so I decided to look it up. So I punched in Google, threesome etiquette. And a lot of things came up. So there was etiquette, the beginner's guide to threesomes. Or there was everything you need to know about threesomes. Or just simply do's and don'ts. So I looked up do's and don'ts. So, Kristen, do's. Be polite and thoughtful. Well, I thought Kristen was quite polite, right? Thoughtful, not so sure. Then, next dude. If you're a guy, pour some champagne to lighten the mood, to make everybody feel comfortable. Well, I think in Kristen's case, there was a bit of alcohol involved anyway. Not sure if it made really people comfortable. But here's a good one. So don'ts, Kristen. Don'ts. If you are a guest star with another couple, Kristen, have fun, but know your place, Kristen. This is not the time for power play, Kristen. So now you know the resources to look things up, right? So from interests that we're naturally inclined to some other attractions of some sort that we developed later in life. Something that we would have never in a million years imagined that we would have ever been into. So please welcome our next storyteller, my favorite, Nicole. Imagine Nicole like trying get to the Hong Kong crime scene like a gangster. So I think many of us develop interests that we never thought would ever be into. Like, I, for example, have never been into sports, like, never really cared for it. But when I moved to Hong Kong, I figured, I should join the gym. It's good for you, so I did. And there she was, the instructor, the fitness goddess. First time I come to her class, she takes my pass, she looks me deep in the eye and says, "Thanks, babe." Me? I'm babe? Okay, I'm coming to her class again. So next time I come to class, she takes my pass again, she looks me deep into my eyes again and says, "Thanks, huh?" I think she means it. I think she really, really means it. So we've been doing squats. This heavy 100-pound bar right on us. And she goes, chest up. And knees behind your toes. And then she goes, "Gina, I know you have a good butt." She knows? How does she know? She knows. She really, really knows. And so there we were, me with my good butt, and her with her absolutely perfect forms, right in front of each other, looking with our eyes locked and the squatting unison. And she completes her sentence, "Gina, I know you have a good butt, but you can't stick it out like that." And I almost dropped my 100-pound bar, which would have been quite fatal to my back. Oh well. Anyway, distracted over here. Let us come back to the show. So, from stories that we keep deep, fond memories of, to something we barely remember, to interests we probably no longer care for, or should not care for, probably, to something more classic of a fatal attraction kind of story. So please welcome our next storyteller, my favorite, Renate. Okay, thank you. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for coming here to begin with, and I get it, you paid the full ticket, so might as well get your money's worth and have both parts of the show. So, as promised, I'm gonna give you a little bit of our secret of how we put these shows together. I know magicians don't reveal their secrets, but let me tell you just a little bit. So, if you or anybody you know would like to come and tell a story here on this stage with us, so here's how you can go about it. Meetup.com, yeah, we have a group there. Our name is Hong Kong Stories. So look us up on Meetup.com, Hong Kong Stories, and we run two kinds of workshops. One of them, a weekly workshop, it's called Tell Any Story You Like. So come in and tell any personal, true story you like. We meet usually in Tenau, it could be other places, in a cafe, and we just get together and we talk and we tell each other stories. Very informal, very much fun. So this is one kind of workshop that we run every week. So you can look up the schedules, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, depends. Then another type of workshop is when we are putting together the show, leading up to the actual night, the host puts up a workshop for a pitch. So people can come in and pitch their stories to the host. And then once the stories are selected for about a month or so, leading to the show, we actually work with you as a group, together with everybody else in the show, like we did this time, and we give each other pointers. This works better, this looks better this way, if you present it this way, if you add or you change anything. So we just don't leave you hanging. We work with you. So please check us out, meetup.com, like us on Facebook, Hong Kong Stories. So please come, and we would love to have new faces join our group. Now, we are going to move this show along, and to remind, the show tonight is Fatal Attraction. And for me to introduce the next story, there's no better way than just to say, You just cannot make this stuff up. Please welcome my favorite, Austin. And extremely organic. So from a classic case of fatal attraction to an also classic case, but more of a Michael Douglas the movie kind of a fatal attraction, our next storyteller is our first timer, my newest favorite. Please welcome Wypick. Only left with the flyer. The book I got the next day in the office. Linda and I worked together, and I had to rush home to Discovery Bay to catch the ferry. She was staying behind, so I asked her to ask David Sedaris to write something memorable. So next day in the office, I open the book and I read the signing out loud. To Gina, why are you such a whore? I was kind of taken aback, so I read it even louder. In disbelief. To Gina, why are you such a whore? So at this point I realized that all the attention was on me. So my boss Travis, this tall big guy, stands up from his seat, and in an effort to kind of ease up the awkwardness, bless him, he's trying to say, well, actually I think that sluts are worse than whores. I think it would have been way worse if the book said, to Gina, why are you such a slut? Now, that then led to a heated debate. What's worse, sluts or whores? One of the considerations was that sluts do it for pleasure. Whores, they do it for money. And I thought, well, when I go to work, I don't just do it for pleasure. I absolutely do it for money. Now, but I didn't conclude who's worse, sluts or whores. But next day, well, not next day, when I came into the office the following Monday, I noticed the Hong Kong Stories flyer on my desk, and it was advertising a pitch for the upcoming show. And the theme of the show was good guys and bad guys. Sluts and whores. Perfect pitch. Perfect. And the rest was history. I've been with Hong Kong Stories ever since. So the night I told that story, the opening act was a veteran storyteller. She's not a slut nor a whore, to the best of my knowledge, but she's a hell of a storyteller. Please welcome my storyteller. So this completes the show tonight, but the show must go on. We're going to have another one on March 30th. The theme will be law and order. So if you or anybody you know have a story in mind you'd like to pitch, please look us up on meetup.com and come and pitch your story. But on that thought, thank you very much for coming.